Don't become a specialist, especially if you're a programmer who wants to build and publish your own software. Here's why. Now, the first reason you shouldn't be a specialist and instead a generalist is to find more problems. Now, imagine you're just a programmer and you have, let's say, X amount of problems. And imagine there's a graphic designer with Y amount of problems. Now, if you're a programmer and a graphic designer, you get to have both those problems, and that's not as bad as you think it is. It's just that those problems can help you build a software to solve them. Same thing within programming too. Knowing ML and front end will double the number of problems you can identify. Now, the second reason you should be a generalist instead of a specialist is to build complex software. Now, imagine you're a back-end engineer and you have a potentially world-changing idea. But the only catch is that you also need to build the landing page and the UI for the app. And since you haven't learned front-end, you don't know how to build it. But if you're a generalist web developer, then you'll know how to build front-end and back-end of the app. Now, the third reason is that knowledge moves between interests. Your knowledge in one topic doesn't remain isolated within that topic. It seeps into the other interests that you have. I personally benefited a ton when I implemented active recall, which I learned while looking for study tips in programming. But I'm not asking you to learn machine learning and UI UX design and backend web development and perhaps some game development. That'll just spread you too thin. Instead, work on at most 3 unrelated interests at the same time. So maybe you could do machine learning along with video editing while trying to improve your grades maybe. But being a generalist is not always roses and sunshine, especially if you're trying to get hired. Now, you get hired based off of the specialist skill you have. In this situation, it's better to be extremely good at one skill than be slightly above mediocre in 3. And if you gained any kind of value from this video, be sure to consider subscribing because you might like my other videos too. Thank you for watching.